All right, let's talk about relaxing commas. And the thing that I want you to write down on your piece of paper that looks like this is a comma equals a pause. So the mantra, every single skill has a mantra. The mantra for ACT mantra number 5 is, when a comma is underlined on the ACT, ask yourself, should there be a pause here? Read it with and without the pause and see which one works. Commas and pauses are used to set off a side note. And what they mean by the side note is an appositive. I say it's like positively, it tells positively who somebody is. So let me just bring this up in a document to show you. A side note. Is called an appositive in English class. Okay, so if I said, Mrs. Wilson, my teacher, wants me to learn copious amounts of information this year. Okay, whatever is said second is the appositive or the side note, and it's surrounded by commas. So in this sentence, my teacher is the side note or the appositive. And it doesn't matter what you put first. So you could say, my teacher, Mrs. Wilson, wants me to learn copious amounts of information this year. Okay, and in this sentence, this thing that comes second is Mrs. Wilson. So that is the appositive or the side note. Whatever comes second has commas around it. So Mrs. Wilson, comma, my teacher, or my teacher, comma, Mrs. Wilson. But you'll notice that there are commas on both sides. So that's one of the ACT rules. Okay, so let's look at this one. This one is personifying the room, and personification means that the author is making the room have like human-like qualities. So my room is always there for me. I didn't pause, so we don't need a comma there. The answer would be not A, not B, and not C, because we don't need to pause. So number 1 is not A, B, or C. Number 2, the walls are covered with memories, from my 3-year-old birthday poster to faded paintings done in the 7th grade. And you'll notice that I paused after memories. Well, a semicolon equals a period. Will you write that down as well? So a semicolon, that's this one with the dot and the comma. That equals a period. So it's not that, because it's not the walls are covered with memories. We can't start that next sentence by itself with from. So it's not G. The walls are covered with memories, from my 3-year-old birthday poster to faded paintings done in the 7th grade. So we're pausing after the word memories. We're not changing it J to have the word and if it was F, no change, we would have to come up for error. It would be very hard. The walls are covered with memories from my 3-year-old birthday poster to faded paintings done in the 7th grade. Okay, so it's not F, it's not G, and it's not J. Number 3, the rugs underfoot being always dusty. So being always dusty isn't a positive, so we pause after underfoot, and a comma equals a pause. So we're not adding any words, and we are pausing after the word underfoot. So number 3 is not A, not B, or not C. Number 5 is a true example of an appositive, because it is telling the colors of the wall are positively blue and red. So listen to where I pause. The colors of the wall, blue and red. So we're pausing after wall and we're pausing after red. And a comma equals a pause. So we're on number 5. I think I skipped number 4. Number 5, we pause after wall and red is already there. So it's not A, it's not B, it's not D. Let's go back up to 4. The rugs underfoot, always dusty, always comforting, are a multicolor patchwork of irregular shapes. That one we're not doing any change to. Number 4 is no change. Number 5 we already established is not A, not B, not D. Number 6, sometimes, though, like on hot days, so I paused after sometimes and I paused after though. We're not changing it to, so it's not no change. We're not adding in the word therefore. If it was though, then we'd have a sentence. Sometimes though is not a sentence. So it's not F, G, or H. Number 7, this one I would have thought that my bed wasn't a positive, and I would have thought that it was no change, but that's not what the ACT people want. So they want us to change it from the a positive on this one. So the most special place in the whole room, my bed. To me, that doesn't sound wrong, but they don't like it. So it's not A. The most special place in the whole room is my bed. Number C, the most special place in the whole room being my bed. That doesn't make any sense. And then my bed can't be a sentence, and that semicolon means a period. So it's not A, C, or D. Go ahead and write that on your paper and then do it in Echo and turn it in. Thank you.